time to yell 6-7 at Lucas and my mom again like what I did last December. Ha 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 ha.
Oh no, not so fast. Claus, we can't believe that you yelled 6-7 at us, including my dad, in the Real Random Lozies channel. Like, are you actually out of your mind? You do know that 6-7 is not funny, and that brain rotten meme number is very cringe, very annoying and very overused, and this whole 6-7 bullshit was already dead earlier this year. You are not allowed to either spam or yell 6-7 at everyone else, just like what Brian and Emma did in Mason Velez's channel. But thank goodness they got grounded by Dave Johnson and Junko Inoshima for spamming 6-7 at everyone from Flotagon World of Fort Worth, Texas.
Not to mention, Dalton even did the exact same thing in the Real Random Lozies channel. He yelled 6-7 in church, when he was not allowed to yell 6-7 in church like that. That is very blasphemous of him. Yelling 6-7 in church was considered blasphemous, and if God and Jesus Christ heard that, they'll be displeased.
And since you yelled 6-7 at us, especially Dalton yelled 6-7 in church in the Real Random Lozies channel, you both will be in deep trouble. But before we call Dalton's dad about Dalton's 6-7 shenanigans, we're going to ground you, Claus, for what you've did. Now Claus, time for another round of grounding. Claus, how dare you yelled 6-7 at us in the Real Random Lozies channel. Not only that, but you also yelled 6-7 at my dad. But thank goodness he stopped you from yelling 6-7 and said that 6-7 is not funny, very annoying and it doesn't make sense at all. But still, how dare you yelled 6-7 at my family members. You know that brain rotten 6-7 meme is not funny. It's very annoying, very cringe, very overused, it doesn't make any sense at all, and you are not allowed to yell 6-7 at my family like that.
That's it. You are grounded. Until the 6-7 meme dies for real. Go to your room right now while we call Dalton's dad about what Dalton did.
Hello, is this Dalton's dad?
Yes, this is Dalton's dad speaking. Who is this?
This is Lucas and my mom. You won't believe what your son Dalton just did. He yelled 6-7 in church and the Real Random Lozies channel, when Dalton was not supposed to yell 6-7 in church like that because what he did was considered blasphemous, and God and Jesus Christ are not pleased with his brain rot behavior.
I agree with my son. Can you please ground him for this?
Well, even though Dalton was already yelled 6-7 in church last year, but yes, he is so going to be grounded for what he did. Thanks for telling me, Lucas and Claus's mom. We will ground Dalton right away for yelling 6-7 in church on the Real Random Lozies channel last October. Goodbye.
Okay, thanks. Goodbye.
Remember guys, do not yell or spam 6-7, because that brain rotten 6-7 meme is not funny, and never will be. Not to mention, the brain rotten 6-7 meme is very cringe, very annoying, very stupid, very overused, and it doesn't make any sense. I mean, remember what happened with Benno? Well, if y'all don't want Benno to go terribly insane, then please for the love of God, just don't yell or spam 6-7. It's getting too annoying and too repetitive at this point. Not to mention the 6-7 meme was already dead since January. End of discussion.
And speaking of Benno, we're gonna tell you what really happened to him. So, Benno was currently in a timeout for crashing out over demanding everyone to stop saying 6-7. Stop using 6-7 and claiming that this 6-7 meme bullshit has really gone way too far. I mean, he's got a point, but throwing a raging tantrum is not the answer. But we sure hope Benno will get his shit together eventually. Because if Benno doesn't quit throwing a raging tantrum, he will be suspended for 10 days. But if Benno calms down, his timeout is over. So Benno, if you're watching this, you best get your shit together right this instant. take deep breaths, calm down, cool off your anger, and eat some Snickers before you destroy your mental health. Because if you refuse, then like I said earlier, you'll be suspended for 10 days. We know you hate 6-7 so much and so have we, but throwing a raging tantrum over it is not going to solve the case. So Benno, please. Calm down, and get your shit together, okay? Good.
Anyways, let's watch the next scene where Dalton is getting grounded by his parents.
Dalton, how dare you yell 6-7 in church on the Real Random Lozzie's channel last October? You do know that yelling 6-7 in church is considered blasphemous, and God and Jesus Christ are displeased with you for what you've did. That's it, Dalton. You are grounded, 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 grounded until the 6-7 meme is officially dead for good.
And from this point on, you are not allowed to either say, spam or yell 6-7 at any places, including anyone, because that brain-rodding 6-7 meme is getting too annoying, too overused, too stupid, and too cringe at this point, and it doesn't make any sense at all. And this time, we're not joking. We're very serious. This 6-7 bullshit needs to be stopped, and that brain-rodding meme needs to be dead for good, and this time it's for real. So, no more 6-7. Now head directly to your room this instant. Reflect on your previous horrible actions.
Before this video ends, I would like to deliver you some updates. Since Mehdi Kemui is going to give his ex-brother, Anis Kemui, a G4P TV-styled punishment day on his channel, I've decided to give my ex-sister, Amelia Anderson, a punishment day on my channel. But with Electroverse style this time. Yep, that's right guys, because me and the rest of my Electromagnetic Interforcers team are fully ready to give Amelia Anderson an Electroverse styled punishment day very soon. But yeah, Amelia Anderson's Electroverse styled punishment day is coming this summer to my channel, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, more updates about my YouTube channel will be in the next video after part 5 of Las Desventuras de Karen en la Fábrica de Letras. In the meantime, that's all for now. This is Ashley Anderson, signing off. Goodbye.